So wanted to use, so wanted to use from one great spirit to another. Igama lami Mthulane Malevu, ngiyakwamukela. I am a singer, songwriter, record producer, author, businessman, and overall a great spirit having a human experience. And my debut EP Ubizo is out across all digital platforms. Please stream, like, share. Ngiyakubona lokho, but more than anything, may it build you, may it do something to your spirit when you listen to it, may it elevate your level of consciousness, may it remind you who the F you are, and may you never let go. So then the second song on the EP, which is the first track, it's the title track, Ubizo. Now this is produced by DeeVine Music and also is featuring DeeVine Music. Again, I'll reiterate the same thing. I wrote points, speaking points, because I know me, so that I don't deviate, right? Um, Now, Ubizo, featuring DeeVine Music, reveals the heartbeats of the project, then knowing that there are only 2 days that matter. Now, this is an awareness I fully embody. And anyone who's ever overcame, they will attest to this, which is that the 2 days that truly matter is the day that you are born and the day that you awaken to your life's purpose or calling, whatever it is that you believe that you are called here for, right? Those are the 2 days, because from that moment, nothing ever stays the same. Nothing ever stays the same. It's the same thing that has been happening in my case with this body of work being recorded a year ago, but me listening to Spirit when Spirit said, nah, you'll only drop it coming in Mandulo the following year. I'll give a new year, and I honored that. Now I can't help but just push umsebenzi. It happens automatically. It's been a long time coming. I'll tell you, I've always known what Ubizo is, but to some degree, I would be scared of fully tapping into my power. But now it happens organically, my love. It just happens naturally. I'll give you a bit of a story. I believe my healing, Ubizo my calling has to do with healing people, whether speaking, talking, engagements that I'm a part of, but it has to do with the spoken voice and the energy that I embody when I walk into a space. All about healing without even trying. And how this started is, to those that know me, I am a mama's boy. Although she's late, she passed away 14 years ago. But before she passed, she was ill for about almost 5 years. And I was a caretaker. You know, there'd be days when I was doing what grade. So I was at Kwakujawa Primary School, I was doing grade 5. So I would have been 11, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. And then in grade 8, she passed away. So that's a good 4 years. Beslala at Jelimnyama, Marian Hill Pinetown, myself, her, and my brother. It was a difficult time because her friends were not there, family was not there. She was bedridden. I would have to wake up, exen ngabo 5, you prepare parish, dog, you cook, you do what you have to do before you're schooling on 7. You make sure go to my parish next to umbede, you prepare whatever it is that you need to prepare. My police to beg like those. To some degree, that really broke me because I started doing that from a young age. It's only now that I realize. But it it built me in the very same way. What I mean by this is it built me, right? Excuse me, I have to, hey, umuntu uyazenzela yonke into. So when I say it built me, is it prepared me for this path that I've just walked into now. Not just walked into, but this new timeline that I've just shifted into. It built me and prepared me for that, because there'd be nights where she'd be struggling to breathe and she would, angithinta ebusuku, because I used to sleep with her in the bed. Some two, I can't breathe. Please pray for me. And I knew nothing about prayer per se. I didn't have the right words, but because I'd seen her so well, every night going down on her knees, just praying to silence, and seemingly that worked for her. And I would do the same thing. I'd place my hand on her chest and she'd be okay. And I slowly started realizing, oh, whatever it is that Umkhulu has, because my grandfather Umalevu was a nyanga, a healer, son of spirit, and he healed a lot of people across South Africa and Africa at large. So I realized, oh, Isipo is, So I was scared of tapping into that, but recording this body of work just it took me back to this story that I just shared about my mother's health, to her passing, because even before she passed away, I knew she was going to pass. How did I know? It was a Monday, she passed away on a Thursday. I went to go see her at the hospital, and something in me just knew as I walked in. The last time I'd seen her, she was dying. And then when I walked in that day, she was alive. She was well. She was talking about going home. And I just knew something in my spirit was like, Uma Wako is going very soon. And I was walking home from St. Mary's Hospital to Bekechelimyama. Something whispered to me and said, release your mother. And I only had 150 in my pocket. As I was walking, there was a pond with water and some statue there. And I stopped there and I said, "Mdali Velinqangi, even though I'm a child, I don't know how I'm going to carry on. But with this 150, I paved the way forward for my mother. I've done all that I could as a child. And I can see that she's not willing to go because she's thinking, what is going to happen to her last born, Tulani Nkosam at only 14? Should I pass on? Because there was nobody else to take care. Um, 3 days later, she passed away. And even the day before she passed away, spirits came again and visited and said, I think it was around after 4 something in me said, Pumendlini, clean the yard. I don't know why I cleaned the yard, but I cleaned the yard. I swept the yard, about 16 units. I did that. It was as if I was preparing the foundation where her body would walk for the last time. Hey man, that's Ubizo. It's only now when I look back and I connect the dots, oh, it's always been there, and I hope it does the same thing for you. Everything that has happened to you to this moment has happened for you. So, from one great spirit to another, we will continue again.